on this episode of Paranormal Places.
I saw something around that, he says ORO. The right side of that? Walking towards the front door, I thought. Yeah.
It used to be in a same kind of hospital.
He followed her to work and she was walking in and he shot her dead.
What? It's like 3 and 4 in the morning, like no one checks in at a time. Like, why would you? Yeah, it's weird. It's like a crazy, wacky shack in here. A fun house.
Can we open the drawers?
There's an old saying that seeing is believing. But what if you don't believe your eyes? My name is David Flowers. After years of paranormal experiences, I've decided I needed to capture proof. So I gathered some gear and went off to find my own evidence. Come with me as I investigate paranormal places. We were in San Antonio, Texas to visit the Alamo and the Menger Hotel. William and Mary Menger opened the Menger Hotel in 1859 in what is now San Antonio's Alamo Plaza Historical District, which includes the Alamo Mission. The plans of the hotel arose through the popularity of William Menger's brewery. Menger settled in San Antonio and resumed his previous trade as a copper and brewer. With the beginning of the American Civil War, a large number of Confederate soldiers were stationed in San Antonio, creating a need for more boarding houses to house them. The Menger family put the building in use to aid the Confederate war effort. and shut down the hotel's guest room. They kept the dining room open to feed military personnel and offered space for the care of wounded and dying soldiers. Once the war ended, the hotel resumed full operations. With his German roots, Menger brought beer to San Antonio. He opened the Menger Brewery in 1855 on the battlegrounds of the Alamo. The Menger Hotel opened in February of 1859, served as a meeting place for cattle barons, and was an immediate success. A marker in the present-day hotel courtyard commemorates the Chisholm Trail. Many cattle business transactions were made over the years in the hotel lobby and its bar. There have been claims of people seeing Alamo defenders dressed in uniform walking the halls and first-floor courtyards. Also, people have claimed to see a woman dressed in blue knitting in the chairs in the lobby. A maid shot down by a jealous husband pushes her cart through the upstairs hallways. And the heavy boots of a cattle baron have been heard walking on the hardwood floors. Within the hotel's 160 years of operation, they have had many guests, and now we become the hotel's latest visitors. As we make our way down the hotel's long hallways to our room, you start to feel the hotel's history, its age, its energy start to introduce itself to us. Anxious and excited for tonight's investigation, we get our gear ready and make a plan. First stop is the Alamo. It's walking distance from the hotel, and there are a few other spooky places to explore on the way. So we pack up our gear. We make sure everything has fresh batteries, EMF detector, voice recorder, my favorite, the spirit box. Morgan seems to like the supersonic hearing.
I'm gonna do this. Look, now we're all official.
Hey, whoever's first, you should be the first one in.
Unexpectedly, right out of the elevator, we're surprised by this odd noise.
Who was that? What was that? Did you hear that?
Let me click on the noise. No, I didn't.
What is that?
Later debunked as being a broken speaker, playing Christmas music.
Hey, the EMF detector's going off.
Just outside the hotel on the sidewalk, we capture a very large, strong EMF anomaly.
Turned off towards it.
And while standing around it, we capture this odd screaming.
We watched this. See what it does. We watched this. We watched this.
No, it's straight.
Something that he's standing on.
From the
There was no one screaming like this around us at the
I
time.
go straight to it?
Something that he's standing on.
It's past 10 over there. That's insane.
Immediately after this, Garrett tells me his video camera has stopped working.
If it doesn't work, you can take this one. Oh, it's in with you. I got this thing. I have my card, so I'm fine. Oh, battery's dead.
Okay, take this one. That is weird. That is way weird because I charged him before we left the house.
Yeah, I noticed you did.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Sort of.
You need to be listening for things that sound like thunder. You need to be listening for horses.
Okay.
People screaming. Men.
Okay.
Like whispers, like heavy whispers. No. If I can ever get to the Alamo, it's only happened once, and I can get into a quiet place, I hear men screaming. Screaming?
I saw something around there. He says ORO on the right side of that.
Is it that or the Emily Morgan? Emily Morgan's like crazy.
Oh my gosh, on the right side of that. Literally just walking towards the front door.
It used to be in a same kind of
That'll do it. Yeah, that gave me something. Yeah. Where's the reserve for surgery?
I think somebody jumped off, didn't they?
I don't know if someone jumped off, but I know it's definitely a sales call. I know that they.
I know it's very haunted. I know that people, like, when they stay the night there, they refuse. Like, there's some people who, like, just run out of the hotel in the middle of the night because they can't stay there.
The Battle of the Alamo lasted from February 23rd to March 6th of 1836. This is a pivotal event in Texas Revolution. Following a 13-day siege, Mexican troops reclaimed the Alamo mission, killing most of the Texicans and Tejanos inside. Santa Anna's cruelty during this battle inspired many to join the Texas Army, fueled by the desire of revenge. Several months previously, Texicans have driven all the Mexican troops out of the area. About 100 Texicans were then garrisoned at the Alamo. The Texican force grew slightly with the arrival of reinforcements led by James Bowie and William Travis. Approximately 1,500 Mexicans marched into San Antonio as the first step of the campaign to retake Texas. For the next 10 days, the two armies engaged in several skirmishes with minimal casualties. Aware that this garrison could not withstand another attack by such a large force, Travis wrote multiple letters pleading for more men, more supplies from Texas and from the United States. But the Texicans were reinforced by fewer than 100 men because the United States had a treaty with Mexico, and supplying men and weapons would have been an overt act of war.
Do you want to go around the corner?
Love you, Mom.
In the early morning hours of March 6th, the Mexican army advanced on the Alamo. After repelling two previous attacks, the Texican army were unable to fend off a third.
I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills.
Scared was surprise, and then completely
As Mexican soldiers scaled the walls, most of the Texicans' fighters withdrew into the interior buildings. Most of the Alamo's defenders were quickly executed. The ones that surrendered were also executed. We are drawn to an area off to the side. The trees in this area are old enough to have been there during the battle, and it's quieter, and I turn on the spirit box.
How many of them are you? How many are you? Who are they?
He said. Wait, he said ghosts?
What is your name? Who is?
Did you die here?
¿Cómo se llama?
I didn't say I said one.
Do you want to tell anyone that's alive anything? While we're here? If so, what is their name so we can really give them their name? Do you have any family by chance? A mother, a daughter, a son? A wife, a husband?
Very.
A great-grandchild? A great-granddaughter? A great-grandson? What's your great-grandson's name? I said great, right? Yeah, they're great. That was like right here. Yeah. In the area. It said great. Right, I heard great. I love your great too. Can you clarify for us? Great-grandson? Yes? Does it start with a G?
Ding ding.
Is it Garrett? Are you talking about me?
Jesus, Paul.
Do you know Commander Barrett? What about
Ding ding.
what about where's Crockett? Baby Crockett. You know where the statue of Teddy Roosevelt is?
I think it's that David something with
Me. You. Friend.
How do you feel about the Alamo? Absolutely the fight. What can you tell us about the fight? Are you still fighting for the Alamo? Calvary?
If you hear something that I miss, please put it in the comments. Some of the names that have come through on the spirit box have been confirmed on the list of dead.
At the Menger Hotel, there was a young lady who was a maid and worked there for several years, and her husband was domestically abusive. And she went to work one day, and I guess he thought he was cheating on her, but he got drunk and followed her to work.
shot her straight in the lobby, and she like crawled out of the lobby into the street asking for help, where he shot her and killed her. And I think her name was Emily, but supposedly she still haunts the Menger Hotel.
Yeah.
So,
I need chills.
but if it went out there before, then it's just something that's here.
As soon as we go past this cone, I think that drain here.
It's fighting.
No, I put as soon as I pass this, this 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Okay, so now we're in the Menger Hotel, and we're going to the old part of the hotel, where supposedly it is very, very haunted. There are several people who have stayed in the hotel who have passed away in some of these suites. One of them, who is the guy who died of the stomach cancer? Richard King. So he's in charge of like the King Ranch. He died upstairs in his suite. There's a plaque on the door. He died of, I think, stomach cancer or something like that. So supposedly him and several other people haunt these halls. So we're about to go find out. There was a maid that worked here, and she had an abusive husband who was an alcoholic. The maid that was murdered and shot, she died.
Say that again, Morgan?
There was a maid that worked here, and she had an abusive husband who was an alcoholic. She worked here for years, like a loyal employee.
I mean, I feel like we know more from
And I guess her husband thought she was cheating on him or something. She worked here for years, like a loyal employee.
I mean, I feel like we know more from
And I guess her husband thought she was cheating on him or something, so he followed her to work, and she was walking in, and he shot her dead.
What?
There's
something going on towards that area.
Supposedly she still haunts this
She haunts the
area.
whole. She haunts the whole
Haunts the
hotel.
whole hotel.
So she died on that floor right in there?
I think
Yeah.
she.
No, she walked down the
she
street.
died.
Towards that area.
So supposedly she still haunts this
She
area.
She haunts the whole
Haunts the whole
hotel.
hotel.
So she died on that floor right in there?
I think
Yeah. No, she walked down the street.
died in the floor, on the floor, or she walked out on the street
No, she walked
asking
down
for
the street
help. I
asking
think she
for
died
help.
out there.
So this is where it all happened.
Right, but there have been several
way out there.
encounters of her. But she was a maid. She was young.
She is seen mostly with carts. Like I stayed here one time and I heard a cart going down the hallway.
Really?
Like 3 and 4 in the morning. Like no one checks it at that time. Like why would you?
Yeah.
It's weird.
So
and
late.
Going off enough to wake me up.
I think Mom remembers her name. I think it was Emily. Mom should remember.
Honestly, towards that.
Mom, what was that girl's name? Sally?
And they do a lot of Ouija board. So there's a table right here, the little room, and they do a lot of Ouija board on this table in this room right here. Well, which we go to. I pull cards. I'm at the table later on. Yeah. On this table in this room right here. Which we go to. I pull cards. I'm at the table later on. We should go do that. We should do it. Yeah. We should film it all. That's what I was thinking about doing. Yeah. We should do that.
using this elevator? Oh, why is that going off? That's weird. It was going off just for a second, huh?
I was in the staircase. You said you're cold?
I just got really cold all of a sudden.
No, I did too.
It's funny because she got cold, right? We both just got really cold.
That thing started going off just for a second, like real close, and then it stopped. Like whatever it was there moved. There it goes. Did you hear it? Real close, and then it stopped. Like whatever it was there moved. There it goes. Did you hear it? What I think I'm hearing is the EMF detector going off. Real close, and then it stopped. Like whatever it was there moved. There it goes. Did you hear it? But what is picked up on our microphones is different.
It's funny because she got cold. We both just got really cold.
That thing started going off just for a second.
Right here.
Real close, and then it stopped. Like whatever it was there moved. There it goes. Did you hear it? Huh. I heard it.
Yeah, no, it went off like 3 or 4.
It did. Real quick it went off. This is the second time that we've picked up voices while being in or around an EMF anomaly.
I guess we split.
They are known to have Ouija boards at this table.
Look at that.
Look at the ceiling.
Wow. That's incredible. You going in there?
Yeah, we've got 2 guys. Awesome, also, it's unlocked as well.
Wow, that's creepy. It's at this time I have the strongest sense of deja vu I think I've ever had.
Oh my god. This is a dream of mine. This is such a deja vu moment right now. Where are we going? Let's keep going.
So strong it's almost disorienting. We walk through the hallways, I try and make sense of it and put it to words.
I have recurring dreams that like the dream is happening and then like all of a sudden I'm not sure what room I'm in, like what house am I in? I'm not sure. Let's just keep walking. I don't know where I am.
Melissa and Garrett only miss us by a few seconds. But can't tell which way we've gone. So they go back down to the first level.
And you just keep going in these old houses, like as far back as you can go into like the attic or the basement or like some crazy place. And then you're like, I don't know where I am.
It seems as if the energy of this hotel has already started to affect us.
And we go now. The elevator. I rejoined the group.
Hallway. It's like this big into the long ass hallways.
Yeah. Can we sit here? No.
Last time we were here.
But they have a table like this up there?
Yeah. Last time we were here, we went to the third floor and there's people just sitting in a circle and we're like,
Yeah, that's what we should go. All right. Look at this.
This is original mirror.
Oh my god.
This is a petticoat mirror. That's a woman would check and make sure their ankles aren't showing.
You have a mirror from the Magnolia?
You have a mirror from, I think my mom told me
Yeah,
that.
I do, yeah.
That's a freaking insane story.
Isn't battery supposed to be this low?
It's only like 1/3 down, so it has like two more thirds to go. Bum bum bum, third floor. We got it all covered.
Yeah, third floor.
The third floor, we go upstairs.
This place is awesome. You ever been here before? Oh, nice. Dude, you met us in the breakfast thing. Yeah, I don't remember that. First time I met you, man.
Do it. Yeah, I think so, because they hide back there, I think. Man, this place is awesome.
Oh, no, you met us in the breakfast thing.
Yeah, I've only been on the first floor. The chandeliers. Cool. Why? The handrail? Where people put their hands?
No.
People put their hands on the handrail, like high activity
That's right.
handrail.
Yeah, people put their hands on the handrail, like high activity on the handrail. Why the handrail?
Why the handrail? That's kind of
Could be something in the wall.
This whole entire
That's kind of all down there.
yeah, this whole entire
But that's high, like right there for no reason. Right where people walk.
that's high, like right there for no reason. Right where people walk on the handrail.
Mom says she's in the lobby.
like here down is like 10 plus.
What was that? That's the third time we've picked up voices during high EMF.
It's like 10 plus.
Remember when we were in the room and we were trying to make it go off, and how like it wasn't going off at all, and so we found like a very high source. This is much higher than anything we had in the hotel room, like in the room.
Like 5.5.
We put it right up against the fluorescent light
7.
before it
Like,
went
when it's
off.
like here, it's like
It was right up against the fluorescent light to make it go off in the room.
Yeah, the most activity would be down there to the left.
It is down this hallway that we find some of the most compelling evidence of our trip. Clay is showing us how bright his flashlight is, and I make the comment it's so bright that I bet you could even see a spirit in it.
look how bright that is. That's ridiculous. It was pitch black. We
I
got it.
think you could like see a
This is a
spirit
hallway.
in the hallway.
Yeah.
This is some.
It appears that I wasn't far off. These first lights we see are lens flares, reflections from the ceiling lights. You can see how they're in the same patterns of the lights from the ceiling and move in unison with the movement of the camera. But these next lights we see move independently in 3-dimension, moving down the hallway away from us and towards the piece of furniture on the right-hand side. Here it is again in slow motion. First, the lens flares from the ceiling lights. Then, watch it as it moves down the hallway towards the furniture on the right. Watch how it seems to move off the top of the wash basin and then move down the hallway towards us. Here it is again, even slower. There it is, moving down the hallway in 3-dimension. There it is, lifting up off of the furniture. Barely touching this first door. And then we see it again in front of the next door. Barely touching. Is this the maid doing her rounds, checking on her guests? I agree that whatever this is, it's being magnified by the flashlight, but that doesn't answer what is it.
It was 2 years ago. So we were in a actually big room. So I woke up around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Just, Mother Nature calling, as usual at that time. And I sit there curled up in bed going, do I really want to get out of bed or not? And I saw what I thought was her walk across the room in a long gray gown and like around the light switch of the room, and then walk back. And I just didn't worry about it. I just thought it was her. Then I felt somebody sit in my bed, and I was like, what the? And I roll over, and she's like wrapped up,
asleep.
like completely wrapped up in her bed, in her covers.
Thank you.
And I think 4 years ago, I don't remember what room we were in. It was like 3:30 in the morning. We were here for 2 nights. 3:30 in the morning, I heard clunk, 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 like something fell,
like a marble
something
dropped on the tile in the bathroom.
on the tile floor, and it went clunk, 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 clunk. 3:30 a.m. both nights.
Oh, it's weird. That's weird.
Well, the
And I
night,
woke up.
At the same time.
Same time, both nights. Nobody was there.
well, when we were with Jeff and Jana in the other side of the hotel, we had a light come on like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just the desk lamp just came on, and our buddy who was with us he works on cars, electronics, and stuff like that professionally, and he's like going, no. It just came on like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's why we stay here. We're like, all right, what's going to happen now?
And we want to be in this section of the hotel every time.
This conversation was from a couple that we ran into. It was only captured by the audio as my camera mysteriously quit working.
Is this the secret floor? Where does this go? So it was kind of crazy right as that girl started to tell her story. My phone stopped recording.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Okay.
Completely stopped. And then I just started it again. Like it wasn't full, the battery wasn't dead, there was no reason why it should stop. It just stopped.
I wonder if he saw the maid. If she like walked in and was like making sure like everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
So it means it's late as hell when it happens.
Right, later on, I think.
Yeah.
3:30 at the same time every night?
Pretty late.
What would that be? That was falling on the floor?
Well, 3:30 is supposed to be the devil's hour.
There you go.
No.
It is,
Yes, absolutely.
it is. Those are the things that happen.
I just got really cold. It looks
It is chilly. Ice machine!
This is where I get the creepiest vibes, where I'm like, I don't feel welcome. I don't want to go down here. I just don't.
We had to go.
Oh, this place is great. There you go. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Very nice, thank you.
Okay, so this is where I feel the screenshot.
This is scary. I think this
Yeah, this is insane crazy.
Just to know, I've never been over here.
It's like a crazy wacky shack in here. A fun house.
Okay, so this is where I feel the least welcome.
This is scary.
I feel the least welcome over here. I've just to know, I've never been over here.
I also got.
I'm still in the old part.
This is part of the oldest part of the hotel.
It's like a fun house. Like the floor is uneven. The colors are bizarre. Yeah. So I wonder if this connected like another place. Was this place connected to another place at some time? This feels. It feels like this is a weird place. Like that is uneven, but not a complete floor. It's like a half a floor. That's weird.
Like right here.
I heard like glasses clinking. And I was like,
Look out! Look. Follow this.
I heard like glasses clinking. And now it's gone.
Is there a party going on?
After hours bar.
Is there a party going on?
After hours bar. I think I heard a noise too. Can you knock on the door? Can you knock on the door?
Oh, wow. I mean,
It's gone.
nothing?
The noise is gone.
Okay. I mean, nothing?
The noise is gone. It sounded like you know, like there's a chandelier with like.
I don't know.
Did you hear that?
There's like chandelier with like ringlets, and you run your finger across. You know what I'm talking about? And you run your fingers across and it's like. It sounded like you know, like there's a chandelier with.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all want to see something creepy?
Wandering the hallways of the Menger Hotel becomes very disorienting. All track of time and direction lost. All the hallways and the carpet all seem the same. They all run together. It didn't end there. During the editing process, I wandered for about 3 days through this hall. I just kept wandering through endless infinity loops of hallway. I couldn't find the footage that linked us back to the ending. I couldn't pull us out of the hotel. I couldn't finish the film if I couldn't make sense of it.
I'll pass on that. That's a solid no.
Oh my god!
I have a bad feeling.
I don't like that. I've seen American Horror Story at the hotel. That's not good.
Yeah,
We're gonna go there, guys.
This is at 50% battery.
Do you want to go to the second floor?
Yeah.
There's an elevator down there.
We're going where, you mean? The elevator. We're going to the point, or we're just second? We did. Where are we going now?
Because that's what the creepy lady was, right? The second floor.
We have
This buffet. It's like right next to a cola stand. It's this like antique buffet. That's crazy. It's got like scratches on it. Wow. This thing is like 150 years old. At least.
Is this like some sort of... Don't, hold on, I don't know if that's going to sound an alarm or not.
Probably.
You have, like... Well, you're especially terrified going crazy.
What is the date? What year is it?
What is the date? What year is it?
Do you know the name of the hotel? What room are you staying in? Do you know? Is it on this floor?
heard no. I heard no.
Is it on the third floor?
It's the second.
Were you around when there were alligators out in the little patio over here?
Don't ask that question.
Did you work here or were you a guest here?
Guest?
What do you do? Was this antique furniture in your home? Can we open the drawers? Okay, what if we open the middle drawers?
Is there something you want to say to someone?
Spikes. Oh man, we're supposed to. There's really spikes.
I'm getting tired.
That's just sitting in one, to be honest.
I'm getting tired.
Can we open the drawers? What if we open the middle drawers?
Is there something you want to say to someone?
Oh, smell that. Smell that. I gotta smell that. It smells old.
Really spikes. Oh yeah, we're supposed to. There's really spikes.
I'm getting tired.
It's just sitting in one, to be honest.
I'm getting tired.
Were you here when Teddy Roosevelt was at the bar?
Somebody said something.
Yes?
Anything else you want to say? I love you. Thank you.
The Menger Hotel has 160 years of operation and a long, tragic history behind its walls. It being a maid endlessly wandering the halls, or a cattle baron continuing to make deals from the hereafter. The land it sits on also has a bloody past. The Alamo's defenders were executed. Their blood stained the ground, cursing this land. What is it about buildings that seem to hold energy, conduct it, preserve it, memories, feelings, emotions of the past, continuing to be recycled within its walls? Reminders of this city's history are all around. In its culture, in its architecture, new builds right next to the old, appreciating its ancient history, its lineage, its family, where it came from.
Garrett, at the very end of the hallway, he's like this big because of the long ass hallways.
I have some really good recording about
We're on the floor, crying, and all of a sudden, this guy who works here at the walkie-talkie comes out, like scared, comes out of one of the rooms as Garrett's watching this, but Garrett's just
I'm sneaky. I'm being sneaky.
I've already had security go, you're recording stuff? I said, yeah, you have room here. Yeah.
We heard the static of the walkie-talkie. Like it came out of one of the rooms. It came out of like one of the residence rooms.
I have good recording of the hallways
right,
too.
Like right when Garrett walked past him, and he like turned and looked at it. I put that like this.
All our last names are Flowers.
I didn't even feel it.
Oh, look at this pale shoot.
The water just came on.
In that corner.
Right here across where this thing was, it started going off.
I'm trying to go on every side.
There it is. Yep. Right as you were like walking through here. Oh, that's the fuse box. Yep. That would definitely set it off.
Thing like that.
That definitely set it off. I don't know. I didn't mess with any of those knobs or anything. I just came in here and sat down, and the water wasn't on, and then I sat down, and then the water came on.
If you come here, respect this space, respect this sacred land, and maybe its spirits will introduce themselves to you. For Paranormal Places, this has been David Flowers, and as always, when you find yourself in the dark, remember, you're not alone.